With Phillipcapital, particularly Federal Bank is already there is in a partnership. We are already their friends on that particular space. And today's program definitely is an opportunity for bank to come and understand what is happening on the investor space and the small banks, payment banks, as well as the industry as a whole. In that way, the opportunity that the bank is getting today and the opportunity that the Phillipcapital is getting today, as well as the market and the industry is getting today, is good. And it's an opportunity for us to understand how best we can go together.
Okay, what are the three challenges that that Federal Bank faces today?
Challenge-wise, Federal Bank is facing reaching out to all the population of India. Right now, Federal Bank is around 7 million customers, and we would like to reach 130 crores of Indians. That is our challenge number one. To meet that, we have a solution also. It is not a challenge alone, we have a solution. Recently, Federal Bank has come out with an app, Fedbook Selfie, which helps the customer to open a savings bank account sitting at any place, anytime, 24/7 program, where the customer has to download an app, take a selfie, scan the Aadhaar, and there you are, you got your bank account. So, Federal Bank try to make it is a boundless, boundaryless, limitless and beyond branches, reaching out to the last person in the country to give the banking solutions.
Okay, which brings me to my next question. How is Federal Bank tackling the onslaught of FinTech players and these startups with great ideas?
Ma'am, you see, one side it's a question of coming together. I always believe that the FinTech startups are the younger brothers of Federal Bank and banks, larger banks for that matter. Yes, there is an element of competition, and if we proportion what is the element of competition with the new entrants, I may say it is only 25% is the competition. 75% of the space is the space for coexistence, cooperation and collaboration. Definitely, Federal Bank is finding that space more attractive, and we find the scope better and more in that space than the face of competition. Definitely, the new startup banks, FinTech, small banks, payment banks will have their space in the market, and they will also eat away little edges of the business. But at the same time, just like the competition that is happening in the market and industry at all points of time, the entry of new banks, startup, FinTech is going to expand the market. Naturally, the market share of all players will be getting larger and the market will get better.
Okay, when you speak of collaboration, would that mean like partnering with people or even buying into some of these startups that Federal Bank might consider, worth its while?
Now, bank would like to see what are the strengths of the FinTech or startup. Okay, the most important or the mostly discussed strength of a part of this startup is their innovation and the way that they come out with the products, and definitely the lean size. These are some of the strengths of the FinTech, and the swiftness in taking decisions and coming out the time to the market. So, from there definitely banks like Federal Bank, all banks for that matter, we get lessons and we learn out of it. At the same time, we have something more to put on the table for our FinTech and startups. That what is that we put on the table is our capital. We are rich in capital, and again our expertise in understanding the customer, our deep customer base, and our expertise in understanding the regulator, how to deal with the regulator. In that way, we find that there is a space, a scope, meeting place for both the startup and FinTech and the banks to work together. That is why Federal Bank has come out with the launch pad, that is to launch the FinTech and startup into the market space, where we give them advices, counseling, help them to open accounts, get finances from Federal Bank as well as from other banks, and we have a startup fund to support them to come up. So, definitely it is a collaboration, coexistent and supporting each other.
Okay, 3 reasons why investors should look at Federal Bank, considering that you've come here to meet analysts and investors.
Federal Bank right now, the Federal Bank is going very aggressively on the digital space. So, when we discuss very aggressively on the digital space, it is not a discussion that we are taking it casual way. It is a very serious discussion. The digital is an offer for customer. It is very simple, easy and positive experience, making things more simple, life more simple. At the same time, for the bank, it is a definite bottom line story, where any transaction that is happening on a digital space that the customer does is definitely adds value to the bottom line. For example, if a customer would like to get the balance of his operative account, right now a customer is walking into the bank and asking and getting the balance, and where is the Federal Bank has given a solution to the customer. You simply send a missed call, which customer doesn't incur any cost for that. Customer doesn't travel to the bank, customer doesn't fill his fuel, but the customer gets the balance on a real time basis, whereas bank is saving almost 50 rupees per balance and query. So definitely it is an area where banking looking forward for improving the efficiency, reducing the operation cost, saving a lot of cost. At the same time, it is perfect excitement and experience to the customer.